Hi, I'm Crystal with Decorate Genius. I'm a blogger, DIYer, home improvement, and decor consultant. And today I'm working on fixing a leaky toilet. I noticed some residue, a little bit of water down around the base of my toilet. And usually this is an indication that the wax ring is no longer operating like it should. And this can be a result of maybe having a toilet that is a little loose, and therefore the pressure of that toilet, when it kind of sits back on the wax, it squishes it, therefore causing the seal to no longer operate the way it's supposed to, and therefore you're having the leak. Now, I'm not a plumber, but that's what most of the plumber experts are telling me. So I decided to go ahead and go over to my home improvement store, because I said I'm going to go ahead and handle this project myself. I know I've done a few tile jobs, so I've replaced wax rings before. But while I was out at the store, I noticed this. This is a product by FluidMaster. I will admit, I'm not getting paid by FluidMaster. They haven't sent me any freebies or anything like that, so I'm not necessarily promoting their item, but you know, I have to give credit where credit's due. I've utilized their product line of items before and had some great results. But what I noticed on this particular one was where it says better than wax, and what it's indicating is that even if you have to reposition the toilet, or I guess if there's some movement with the toilet, the seal is going to remain, therefore there shouldn't be any leaks. Yay! So I was excited about this. This product here, I think it cost me like $11 compared to just the $2 for, you know, a wax ring, but in the long run it sounds like this one might outlast the wax ring. Say that like 10 times the wax ring. So far now, I've gone ahead and I went ahead and turned off the water to the toilet. There's a knob that's usually right behind the toilet, and I've turned that off. Then I went ahead and flushed the toilet to get the majority of the water to go ahead and go on out, but there's still some water remaining. So now I'm down in my tool room gathering all of my items that I'm going to need to go ahead and do this fix. This is my tool, or this is my plumbing bin, and these items here are specifically just to be used for plumbing, because some stuff I just don't want to use for anything else, such as I have my plumbing cup. I use this sometimes to have to get excess water out of the tank. Then also something very important that you definitely want to have is disposable gloves. You definitely want to make sure you have your hands protected. Some paper towels. Plastic bags. These are great because you can go ahead and dispose of all of the paper towel usage that you're going to use. But I must admit, I'm a plastic bag junkie. If you go to my website, decorategenius.com, you'll find a few of my posts where I describe and show you exactly a cabinet that I put together that holds all of these plastic bags. I mean, they're great. I mean, I love them. They're so handy. So, another thing that you're going to need is a wrench. Then also, these are lawn bags. And why would I use lawn bags? What I'm going to do is how I utilize these is that I'm also going to put down on the floor some heavy-duty plastic garbage bags, and I'm going to put these on top. And this is to go ahead and help absorb any water and any type of residue that's underneath the toilet, because there will probably be some wax and who knows what else. But I don't want the toilet to just sit on the bare floor, so you want to make sure that you cover your floor up with something. And this is an easy thing to use to help clean up also. Then I have here my sponge. My sponge I'm going to use to absorb the water in the tank and then also in the commode, and then I can just wring it out in this particular bucket. One tip for you is if you fill a bucket up like this, it's one of these kind of buckets here, halfway with water, and then pour it back into the toilet, more of the water will go out, so it'll be less water that you're trying to soak up at that point. So I guess we're kind of done with this piece of it. I'm gonna go ahead and change clothes and get ready to do go ahead and do this fix. See you in a sec. Well, it seems as though it did work. As you can see, there's a lot less water down below. So what I did was I had a bucket like this, I filled it up halfway, and then I just poured the water in there, and it actually kind of pushed more of the water down, so it's not as much water as it was before. What I'm going to need to do now is take like my sponge here and sop up the water inside of there, and then go ahead and let's see here, take this up and sop up the rest of the water in there, because I want to get as much water out, because once you move this, you don't want water going all over the place, because it will be all over the floor and that'll be a mess. And as you can tell though, I got my, got my little rain boots on today. Like whenever I'm doing stuff in the bathroom like this, I always want to make sure that my feet are protected. The other thing is I got my gloves on here too, so you might want to invest in getting a pack of like disposable gloves to be able to do work like this. So I have went ahead and I've got all the water out of the tank. So as you can see here, water's out of the tank there, and then was able to get all the water out of there. And next I went ahead and unscrewed this water line piece here. It screws back up underneath here so that water now can come up into the tank. And there's just a little bit of water that's down into the cup, so we're fine there. What I'm going to do next is I started to get ready to remove the bolts. So you got a bolt on both sides, one here and one here, and we're going to go ahead and unscrew these off. More likely I may need, maybe not. I was thinking I was going to need a wrench or something to do this, but it looks like I'm not going to need that. These are easy. Maybe that might have been a problem. I was rocking too. I'm not sure, but we'll see. And we'll take these off. And then the next thing you need to do is I'm going to go ahead and move these pieces out of the way. And is go ahead and kind of rock the toilet a little bit back and forth. Oh, see, mine is actually, it's easily. And I need to get ready now and lift it. So I'm going to lift this and put it over here. And then whatever's underneath there, I'll need to clean that up. So I'm a little out of breath just because I had to move the toilet, but I'm going to go ahead and show you, even though this looks kind of nasty here. But this is what was underneath here. So a lot of rust, and here it's awfully, I'm hoping that all of that's really a lot more wax than anything else. I went ahead and took that old towel and put it down in there because there's gases that can come up through there, so I don't want to be breathing all that in. So what I'm going to do next is go ahead and gently just kind of start trying to scrape away, because I'm not sure what's all there, so I need to just be careful with this. And then kind of clean this all up, and then hopefully I can go ahead and get the next piece on here. I've cleaned the area as best as possible, removing as much wax and residue. Next, I've gone ahead and added the sealer, but I'm using the existing hardware because it's about the same size and height as what came in the package with the sealer. So I'm going to utilize that. And then we'll go ahead and get ready and put the toilet back on here. Okay, well, I've done this particular segment like 5 or 6 times because the phone keeps ringing or a text message comes up, so therefore it keeps interrupting the video. But anyhow, so I'm about complete at this point. Let me just show you. I have installed the toilet back on, so it's here. And just to show you here, I went ahead and added the plastic nuts onto this, and then you put the cover back on. I've done it on both sides, and this actually allows you to secure the toilet back to the flange, so it's no movement. Now, as you can see back here in the corner, there's this piece of wood that's called a shim. I noticed that when I put the toilet back on, there was some movement, and so I put the shim there. Now I can break that shim off, and so then you really wouldn't be able to see any of it. But I probably won't, just because I'm being lazy, to be honest with you. And also because this bathroom's going to be completely gutted out, hopefully by the fall. So I'll be renovating this entire bathroom. I won't even probably have the same toilet. So, but otherwise, if you did experience that, you could go ahead and, like I said, go ahead and put a shim. And you probably want to do it towards the back versus you want to do it towards the front. And so then also here,
I want you to be able to see, I went ahead and attached back the water supply line. And you want to just make sure, you touch it, feel up underneath here. It's completely dry, and that's the way it's supposed to be. If it's damp or wet, then you don't have it screwed on, maybe possibly tight enough. You don't want to over tighten it. One thing I've heard is that things you don't necessarily want to over tighten any of the screws or nuts or like that with plumbing. But then I went ahead and turned the water source back on, and as you can see, water now is filled back into the water tank here. And we're going to go ahead and flush. And like I said, I have already probably flushed maybe 5, 6, 7 times now and not seeing any leaks or anything like that, so that's a great thing. I mean, I wasn't seeing pools of water, but I'm not seeing anything now, which is great. I'll just keep my eye out on it. And so this is, I'm wrapping this up here. Please make sure to go to my website, decorategenius.com. Make sure then also you sign up with your email address so that you can receive my posts directly into your inbox so you don't miss out on any of my new adventures of my decorating, renovations, DIY projects. And feel free to comment back. I would love to hear from you all. And I'll see you guys soon.